This is a little bonus video I wanted to offer on repainting shoes. Now recently I was on eBay and bought a pair of shoes that were supposed to be for Jade, and when they came, they are not shoes for Jade, they are Yasmin's shoes, and I was very disappointed because the skin tone is just the wrong color. They're not going to work, and I was intending to paint them gold anyway. So I ended up having to buy more shoes, which is just one of those kind of annoying things when a seller doesn't know what they're talking about and their photos aren't very clear and you can't tell. And honestly, I have not learned all the dolls in their particular shoes because I'm new to working with Bratz, although not dolls, and I don't know. But I did get these ones also, and I thought they turned out very cool. I just put a light coat of gold over them. They were brown and burgundy, and you can see it just took the paint a little differently, but it maintained the detail in the shoes. And I did change the color of the bottom. Now I have to paint over here because I've not done that yet. I changed it from brown to black, but I thought they turned out really, really cool. Now to remove the paint, I've just been taking and putting the shoes in a little jar full of acetone, and you can see that was a pair of black sandals last night, and then you just have to throw that acetone away. And don't let them in there too long. Babysit them, you know, just don't let it go. But here's some of the other shoes that I was working on last night, turning these gold, turning straw into gold. I'm playing Rumpelstiltskin here, I guess you could say. And here's another pair that I did. These were pink, I think, and I took the color off and redid them gold. And I've been working on this other pair here. This was the pair that I just showed you that awful colored acetone came off of. But we're ready for the second coat today, so that's what I want to show you, if we can possibly get this situated here so that I can see what I'm doing and you can see enough on the video as well. For shoe painting, I'm using two different brushes here. I have my Filbert number 2 with the soft grip. These are much easier on your hands, so you don't have that little tiny skinny paintbrush. If you're young, please do it. If you're old, you know you need it. This one here, I just got this set from Amazon. These are detailing brushes. This is made by Transon, it says. I don't know if that's picking that up there. And this is a 3/0, very fine detailing brush. So those are the two we're using. And this is the paint here. I got it from Walmart. It's $6.60 pure gold folk art metallic. So there is a antique gold I got also, and I don't like it as well. But it's fine too. I do like this one because it has a really nice tone, I think, when it dries. And it doesn't have that green cast like some gold does. I just really cannot go for that. Don't like that. Okay, let's get focused. So I'm just using a cotton swab here. Why won't you show up on the camera? There we go. And I'm going to insert that in here, and that way it'll give me a little more freedom in painting. Although you're probably going to still have to let your shoe dry in layers and not set it on the bottom, you know, or unless you want to hang this up somehow, you might be able to do that and paint the whole business and let it dry that way. But I found this is a good thing. Also, there's a little hole here on the bottom. I'm very curious about this. If someone knows, maybe you could post it in the comments. If that's just a hole from the molding process, from demolding that, or if this was actually made to go on a doll stand for the dolls, which would be great. I would love to have some kind of a little that just, you know, locked into. I'm not a big fan of doll stands. I hate it, really. I got the transparent ones, but I still don't really like them. I do like the dolls that will balance themselves and their shoes are heavy enough to hold them. So just just a little thing of mine. I would like to find a better way to display that, but let's see if we can get this so you can see and I can see what I'm doing here. And I'm just going to use my filbert brush. And actually, for a lot of the work, make sure we're focused right here on the show. You can use the filbert, you know, depending on how your hand skills are with a brush. You might be able to use that on the little straps. But if you get into troubles, I would go down to the little detailing brush that I have there, and you just carefully catch this edge here and brush a coat on there. And if you do make a mistake, once again, right here beside me, I have my Kemper wipeout tool. So you can just catch that and wipe it out, and it does a good job. Now, when you are stripping these down, the paint will come off, but not all the pigment does. Long term, it seems with vinyl, the different dyes will seep into the vinyl and stain it permanently. And to my experience, there's just nothing takes it off. I know about the whole acne cream thing. Please don't get me started on the acne cream. If you go and look, I have a special video on that. And for me, it doesn't work. I don't know how other people are having success with it, but I am not. And all it did for me was to bleach it out, and that is really not an option. You know, I don't want a different skin tone. But anyway, these little areas that the acetone does not take it off, you can cover with the acrylic paint because it is opaque. You do not have any kind of, well, it's opaque, let me clarify. It's opaque once you get enough coats on. It's not like the Genesis heat set paints, which that's kind of my area. I worked with those extensively for a number of years, where you have translucency, because you would be in trouble there because you're always going to have show through. And they really are nice paints. I loved working with those because they give a very natural and unusual, I think, you know, a natural shading effect to them. I don't like what I did there, so just hit that with the wipeout tool. No one will know except you who are watching. Yes, I made a mistake. I do it all the time. That's okay. You know what? You can make mistakes. It's all right. We all do it. None of us are perfect. Yes, that's a newsflash to some people, I'm sure. But hey, none of us are perfect. Go ahead, make the mistake. You know, it's part of the learning process. Don't beat yourself up about it. I always feel bad if I mess something up, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's probably a replaceable thing, and you can replace it or you can fix it somehow, and you know, all is not lost. It's going to be okay. And with your painting, you're not going to get a perfect job the first time. Believe me, I've been doing this a long time and I still mess stuff up. It just happens, and some days are bad days, and you know, that's how it goes. But anyway, that looks pretty good, I think. I'll probably go in after this layer dries and just double check everything, and maybe take a detailing brush and go in down here on this edge and touch that up a little bit. But anyway, there's your shoe. And I don't know, I think it looks great myself. I love the gold. I'm not a big fan of wedges, but I do like this one. I think that's a pretty shoe. I'm more into the heels and stilettos. Oh, I miss them. I used to wear them when I was young, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that what's caused me to have a knee replacement so young. So it's no more heels for me. It's flats, so I can only admire other people's beautiful heels and shoes. But yes, I see that needs a little touch up there, but we'll take care of that later on. So this is your first bonus lesson on how to paint shoes. Next, coming up, I will be showing some rooting. I do not have any previous experience rooting Bratz dolls. I have a lot of rooting experience on vinyl dolls in general. So again, this will be something new for me. I will tell you what has worked for me and what doesn't work. And if you want to try something else, hey, go to it. That's what I say. You know, do what works. But that's where we're headed next. And there's our little shoe for today.